Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Andy R and this is the Brotherhood of Men, a channel solely dedicated at getting you men out there the best outcome in your lives. And I do that wondrous thing by sharing information with you, giving my opinion on certain knotty subjects that you might be wrestling with yourself or haven't thought of in a certain way. Today's subject is, well, it's not exactly asked for by a comment, but it's been inspired by a comment that was left for me on one of my videos about not dating single mothers, and I think you already know my views on that subject, and if you don't, please go down, check out the videos I've made on that, and I've made several. But in one of the comments, because in that video I said that the one category of those single mothers that I truly had empathy for, who I did feel sorry for, were the widows, because they didn't ask to be in that situation. And the comment said, well, what about dating widows? Now, I'm going to unpack that subject, but I want to re-emphasize that widows didn't ask to be put in that position. They had followed the game plan of a traditional woman. They had tied their man down, got married to him, then decided to have children together. She got her life planned out, mapped out. She did the right things. She was probably a great wife to this guy. Now, the man is taken away from her from no real fault of her own, whether it be through illness or whether it be through accident. There is a third category in that, which is maybe he took his own life. Either way, she's ended up a widow, and she didn't ask to be a widow. She wasn't expecting to be a widow, but she's found herself in that position, and she has children to raise. Now, whether the children are very young or whether they're quite a bit older, you know, into their teens, she's been put into that position against her will. And that's why, out of the three categories of women, they're the ones I feel the sorriest for, I have the most empathy for their plight. However, I still say, do not date them. Don't date single mothers. The other two categories, if you haven't already seen that video, are baby mamas, those who have just decided to have a child, have no steady relationship, and they probably have more than one from different fathers. Then the second type are divorcees. Now, the first two types, baby mamas and divorcees, what you have to understand about those, and I probably didn't cover this in the other videos, is they chose to be in that position. Their chaotic nature has ruined their chances, really, for the future. You see, the baby mama has completely chaotic. She has had no plan for the future whatsoever, except beyond, I want to have a child. I'm going to have Chad's child. He's not my long-term lover, my long-term partner. I'm not married to him. I have no plans of this, or I have vague plans about it, and I'm going to try and baby trap it. All of them are chaotic and drama-filled reasons to get pregnant and have a child. There's one other one in that baby mama, and that is the uber modern and, oh, I'm strong and independent and I need no man kind of woman who has decided, I'm going to go to a donor clinic, get myself pregnant that way because I want to be a mother, but I don't need no man in my life. Well, therefore you won't be looking for a partner, and my men out there won't have to put up with you. But you see, they get to the realisation that life's pretty tough when you're driving solo. And they did that for really selfish reasons. It was all about them. No real concern for the child that they want to bring into the world and have. No real thought process has gone into the fact that, hey, that kid is going to be solely reliant on me as his only child, as his only parent, and if something happens to me financially or health-wise, that kid's going to suffer. And he's already suffering, because all of the studies that are out there prove the point that a stable home with two parents, husband and wife, or should I say a man and a woman, raising that child together, is the best outcome that child is going to get. So being a single mother, you're already disadvantaging that child. In fact, statistics prove this out, that a child that's brought up by a single parent, and when I say single parent, I'm not just saying single mothers, I'm saying a single parent, both mother and father, just one of those. That child is going to suffer more with health. They get, okay, I'm not explaining this very well. Let's try again. That child is at a disadvantage from the very beginning. Health-wise, education-wise, and mentally. Three really important parts or categories of anybody's life: your health, your finance and education, and your mental health. Children who are born into a single parent household or brought up by a single parent are less healthy, are more likely to end up incarcerated because of poor education, or get worse out. So in all categories, a child has the worst outcome than a worse outcome than a child born into a stable relationship of both a mother and a father, and all studies have borne this out. So when a woman goes, I need no man and I'm going to get pregnant and have a child and we're going to live happily ever after on dandelions, buttercups and rainbows, it's a lie they're telling to themselves, and it's just another one of those chaotic decisions a woman makes, the drama in her life, because now she can live it up, that drama. Oh, but it's a single mother and this, that and the other. You chose to be a single mother. So that is probably the most selfish reason to become a single mother. But the others, the baby mama, completely selfish as well, completely irrational choice in that, because they're doing it with the whole intention of, I have no game plan going forward, unless they're extremely wealthy. I have no game plan going forward, but society will pick up the slack. Yeah, well, thanks very much. That means the rest of us have to pay for your offspring. You didn't do anything right. Now, the other category, divorcees. Divorcees, again, chaotic and drama-filled, because they chose, usually, they chose to wreck their existing marriage, their existing relationship. They chose to damage their child's upbringing by kicking the father out of their life, because 70% of divorces are instigated by women. They are brought to the court by women. That's women divorcing their men. Also, the courts, at a same kind of percentage, around about 70% of custody are awarded to women. So that's why they're single mothers, because they wrecked their own relationship and then took the child and are probably using the child as a weapon to punish the man again. And so many of these women who get divorced regret the fact that they got divorced. The drama wasn't the good drama they were looking for. Now I'm independent, now I can go out and have a hot girl summer and I can sleep with this, that and the other, and my life's going to be so free. And then quickly realise that the dating world out there is savage, and they haven't got a man in their life, a stable man anymore. The amount that regret actually divorcing their husband and saying they wish they could get them back. But of course, the husband, he's wised up. He's like, no, you divorced me. Why on earth would I ever want to get back with you? Anyway, this video isn't about those categories. This video is specifically about widows, the ones I have the most sympathy for, and for the reasons I've already explained. But I still say, don't date them. Don't get into a relationship with them, and definitely don't marry them. Why would I say that? I mean, it seems after I've already said that I've got so much sympathy for these women that didn't ask to be in that position. Why would I say that? Because they come with a unique and own set of problems for a man. Number one, all of the problems there about dating a single mother are still there. The child's not yours. You will be cuckolding yourself. You're not her number one priority. And on and on and on. Go and watch my videos on 5 reasons and another 5 reasons not to date a single mother. Or go and see my Don't Date a Single Mother or Men Walking Away from Single Mothers. Any of those 4 videos will explain it in better detail than I'm going to do now, because I'm concentrating on one of those single mother, one type of single mother. So they've already got those problems, but you're going to have to deal with a whole different category of problems. With the woman herself, she probably loved her husband and he was snatched away from her without her input. She didn't want it to happen. So now you are competing with a ghost. Not just a ghost, but a hero of a ghost. Because in her mind now, he was snatched away from her. She's feeling guilty. Maybe the last thing she said to him before he left that morning was something unkind. Maybe she nagged at him. Maybe she said, oh, you're falling down on the job and we need to do this, and oh, come on, book your ideas up. And then the next thing she knows, there's a knock at the door and the police are there. He's died in a crash or something like that. Or he was ill and she feels guilty for the fact that she had to care for him while he was slowly dying. So she's got this hero worship going on for her ex-husband, her dead husband. Sorry, not ex-husband, her dead husband. His poo never stink. He never left skid marks on the toilet or on his pants. He always put the toilet seat down and always put the lid back on the toothpaste, and he bought her flowers every day, and he was the perfect man. And there's no way that you can ever match up to him. That's just her you've got to put up with, as well as all of the other negatives of dating a single mother. So you've got to put up with this new fresh thing. You're competing with somebody you can't compete with, a ghost. You'll quite literally become a ghost hunter because you're trying to outdo a guy who can't do any wrong in her head. Now you've got the children to deal with. Now, if the children are a little bit older, you know, sort of just getting into the teens, or even, you know, 7, 8, 9, they know what's going on. They know you're banging her mum. They know you're trying to replace their father. They're already grieving her. So is she. She's grieving her dead husband. Those children are grieving their dead father. And you step into that melee with the idea that you're going to be the saviour. You have got to have the biggest white knight complex going on. You can't save her. The only time that you'll be able to get in and actually be anything to her, really, is when the children have grown up and left home. Then she's single. She's still a single mother, but she's single, living alone. Now all you've got to deal with is the dead husband, which you won't be able to compete with. She'll mention it in lots of different ways. Oh, Derek never used to do that. And, oh, Derek always used to do that. And Derek, whatever his name is, I've just given him the random name of Derek for some reason. But you see what I'm trying to get at, guys. You can't compete with her hero, her dead husband. You can't compete with a ghost. You don't want to get yourself in that situation. So the rules still apply. Do not date single mothers and widows, who I truly do have the most empathy and feel the sorriest for because of the situation they were forced into, had no choice of. I still say don't do it, because all you're asking for, not only the existing amount of problems you're going to get dating a single mother, but you're piling on top of that a whole new category of problems that come with her widowhood and her children losing their father. Do you not think that those kids see you as a direct threat? They've lost one child and you're coming in taking attention away from them, from their mother, to you. Do you think they're going to go, hey, this is great, we can't wait, can you be our new daddy? No. No, they see you as a genuine threat. They will do anything within their power to try and sabotage your blossoming relationship with their mother. And she's carrying all of the guilt that she's moving on with her life with you. Isn't that disrespectful to the memory of her hero husband who was just, perfect? He must be perfect. She married him. No, you should avoid that, mate. You really should avoid that, my friends. You men out there, think with this head, not with this head. And I know the temptation, because some of these mothers, these single mothers and these widows and that, are truly beautiful. And it kind of pulls on our heartstrings, that inherent nature of man to fix a problem, to save a woman, to protect them. But the thing is that it wasn't your job to protect her. That was her husband's job. And he's still in that role. All you are is a usurper. So don't be one. Especially to her children, you'd be a usurper. Yeah, don't put yourself in that position. It's a weak position to start with and will only get weaker. As time goes on and resentment towards you grows from the kids and probably from the mother, the widow, because she'll start resenting you because you're taking time away from her worshipping her dead husband. You're forcing her to move on with her life, which is genuinely a good thing, and you've done it out of good reason, and also the fact that you're attracted to her. But it's going to cause resentment and you're going to have to deal with it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Like I say, the other two, the baby mama and the divorcee, no, stay away. The widow, I've got sympathy for, but still, stay away. I know it sounds harsh, but life is harsh. We know this as men. We're the ones that have to face harsh on a daily basis. Women manage to skate through life a lot easier than men. Not so much now, because men are starting to say, you know what, you want equality, you can find out how tough life really is, and they don't like it. Anyway, do you agree with what I said about widows? Have you had any experience yourself dealing with a widow? If so, let me know in the comment down below. On your way up from there, give the video a like, because it helps the algorithm, and this channel is growing. More and more wonderful brothers are joining this channel every day, and that is fantastic, and I am so grateful to you guys. And don't worry, I don't forget my brothers, those that joined this channel when I was a nobody and nothing, and I'm still a small nobody and nothing. But the thing is, it's growing. This channel's growing, and that's down to you, my wonderful, fantastic brothers. I can't say enough good things about you. You had faith in your brother Andy, you supported your brother Andy, and this is why I make these videos, because I hope it helps you, if only in a small, tiny, little way. Because a small, tiny, little bit better is still better. Anyway, I'm going for a cup of tea because, well, I think I've earned one. You take care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.